in this current economic climate, what plans are being formalised to enhance appropriate articulation routes to universities and with business partners regarding work placements?
Okay, who wants to come in here? I'll just open it out to... I'll pick at somebody here. On you go.
I'll start if you wish. Well, we already have been, colleges do a ton of work to try and improve articulation links. For every single course that we've got, we wouldn't dream of running a course if we couldn't prove that it had articulation, either to further study, either to other courses at the college or to university places. And in the past year and a half, really, there's been an increased focus on that. And we've managed to win some absolutely spectacular articulation agreements with Glasgow University, Heriot Watt University, Strathclyde University. We've got courses that can get you into third year of a degree now, and we're very, very proud of those, and we've been making quite a lot of effort to make sure that that will remain to be the case once we merge. And in order to do that, what we've been doing is hosting a lot of lunches that we invite stakeholders to. So we've invited a lot of the key players and the key gatekeepers who control who gets into universities, and we've been showing them what we do here. We've been getting them to talk about the merger, we've been getting them to talk about what they want for the new college, what do we have to do in order for them to accept our students. And what's made that process easier is that the government are now putting a lot of pressure on universities to be more inclusive and to prove that their student population comes from a variety of backgrounds and not just from middle-class families, for example. So their funding is now being limited unless they can prove that a certain percentage of their students incorporate all groups. So we would hope we would still be working with people like Swat West who ensure that we send them students with additional support needs, students from ethnic minorities, students who are disabled, unemployed men, groups like that, but also with our regular articulation agreements. And the same is true with involvement with employers. We already have very, very strong links with employers. Quite a lot of our courses we have employers on those teams, and we hope that as a merged college we can share those business links. So that we'll not just have one set of business links, we'll have 3 sets of business links that we can pull together. And that means that instead of one college dealing with one company and another college dealing with another company, we can have the larger college dealing with umpteen companies.
To Linda from Anniesland, I mean, part of going to college obviously is about getting a job. What more can you do?
The articulation story is not, for Scotland, not 100%, because people were going to university and weren't getting what we call advanced standing, which meant instead of getting in to the third year or the second year if you're an HNC, your route was going to be longer. We have campaigned on that for a long, long time. Right? And what we've now got is a situation where the universities, in the way they get funding from the Funding Council, have to have in a thing they call, they're a kind of agreement with the Funding Council, what they're doing towards articulation. So what's happened is further education students have become more attractive to universities across the whole of Scotland. Some of you will maybe have heard about the shame of St Andrews University and it taking 9 students out from the Fife area, which is a national disgrace. In terms of articulation and the courses that you're on, we are in strong articulation hubs. We meet with universities in your area to ease through your passage, but that still gives us hiccups sometimes if the university's over-recruited in previous years, and sometimes it was a further education student that actually couldn't get through. So that's changing, and it's changing in a much more within this new legislation to make sure that the guarantee of articulation is the same guarantee whether we've got a special relationship with one university. Because we've got this thing called SCQF, and it's supposed to be the way whereby we value all courses that allows you to transfer.
Okay.
So there's a bit of work there. In terms of employers, some of our money is now coming through an organisation called Skills Development Scotland. They've taken some of the money that used to come to further education directly and replaced it with another organisation. That money means to access it that you need to have an employer part of your course. Part and parcel of your course needs to be actually in the workplace. And we are working strenuously to actually deliver good work placements for people. Not work placements where you're dusting a shelf and not doing things. If you're in retail, that you're actually working in the area. And we actually, as I think as a new college, I think we will make a bigger impact there in actually going with employers and actually getting more work placements. At Anisland, we did have, and we still have, some paid places in the summertime. Instead of going for just work experience, we could get you kind of paid places through a scheme that we were in. In terms of all of those things, we know that it's really hard to get a job out there. And with your qualifications, if you can also offer realistic work experience, then that's a winning combination. We need to work with the major employers to show the partnership approach will deliver them students that will be excellent employees in the future.